Greetings, authentic leaders. Thanks for tuning in. We are exploring the topic of learning to love to lead again. We're really glad that you came back, and thanks very much for being here with me today. Today we're going to be talking about how you can reconnect with your team. The previous sessions have looked at you and how you can work on yourself, and then you and your boss, and how you and your boss can design a relationship that helps you learn to love to lead again. So the topic today is your team, whether it's the team that you work with directly, team members who report to you directly, or whether it's an ad hoc team that you serve on to lead because you have to get something done, a specific project accomplished. I'm going to suggest 3 things that are really important for you to learn to love to lead again, especially with your team. Number 1, I'm going to ask you to reconnect to the team goal, the team purpose. What is it that you and your team need to achieve? What's the main goal that you need to achieve? By when? And importantly, how will you measure and track the progress towards that goal? In the book, The Wisdom of Teams, John Katzenbach mentions that the goal is probably even more important. The team goal is even more important than the team leader. Not that the leader isn't powerful and doesn't have an impact, but the goal on where we're going, where we're headed, and how we're connected to that goal is truly important. So reconnect to that team goal, leaders, and figure out how you can get your teams reconnected to that goal. Number 2, I'm going to ask you to reconnect to what are the talents you need in order to connect and create a team environment and progress towards that goal. What are the roles that people need to serve? What are the character qualities that are most important to achieving that team goal? What are the strengths you need? And then connect the right people with the roles and the strengths and the qualities you need. Because when you have the right people in the roles and you've clarified them and you've confirmed what people are doing to work in those roles, you've got a team that's probably pretty excited. Now let me give you an example of an activity that might be able to help you with that. And this comes out of the Center for Executive Coaching. And what my colleague Andrew there talks about is using a real simple activity that helps you start that communication with your team members in the roles that they're serving. Everybody gets an index card, 1 index card per team member. And on that index card, you get to write 3 things that you want each team member to do in order to help you feel like you're working towards the goal better and you have a better working environment together. Again, I get an index card, everybody else in the team gets an index card, and on that index card we're writing each team member's name, 1 team member per card, and we're writing 3 things that we really want to request of this team member in order to make it easier to work together, move the goal along, and work effectively to achieve the team goal. Then we exchange these. So if I have 5 team members on my team, I'm now looking at 5 pieces of feedback. And when I read those things, I get to do 3 things with them. I can accept the request, I can reject the request, or I can offer a counteroffer to the request that's being made. But notice the power in that, because remember, we're talking about the roles, the way that we're communicating, the way that our strengths are getting expressed, our talents are being used in this team. It starts an amazing dialogue to the progress for all that. So that leads me to number 3. That leads me to the 3rd thing that I want you to do to reconnect with your team. And that is, I want you to re-clarify the ways that you want to work together. And if you've done 1 and 2, and even that activity I suggested, this will be a perfectly natural outflow of the reconnecting. with that team. The third thing is making sure that you know how you're going to handle conflict when it comes up, how often you're going to be meeting, how often you want to re-clarify who's doing what by when. So 3 things to learn to love to lead your team again. Again, what are they? Well, we're going to clarify our goal, we're going to connect and put everybody in the right roles, and then we're going to work on how to work together. So, authentic leaders, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the Learning to Love to Lead Again series. Sign up, subscribe. I plan some more. Thanks for watching.